Hello. I've been continuing with my tidying up and sorting out over the last 24 hours or so, and I just want to say how lovely this rose is. There's a story behind this rose. I gave this to my friend Jane many moons ago, telling her it was a cutting of a Ville Bleu. Don't know if that's how you say it, a Ville Bleu. Anyway, a mauve, a mauve climbing rose. As you can see, it's neither mauve nor climbing. And what I actually think it is the other rose that I had around that time was one that was given to me, and it had been bought on a garage forecourt. You know how they sell those little pots of miniature roses? Well, I think it might be one of those. Anyway, it is now 3 foot high, 3 feet wide, and it's chock-a-block, covered in these really pretty red roses, pretty much all summer long. So not the mauve rose that we thought it was, but beautiful all the same. Anyway, Jane didn't have room for it in her garden, so when we moved here, she brought it back. And I'm really pleased she did, because it has grown considerably. I think it must like that spot in the shrubbery, and I'm delighted with it. I've been replenishing the wood chips on the ground, and this is the evergreen oak, the holm oak, holly oak. Is that the right word? Yeah, holly oak. So I put some of that down, and right on cue, the tree surgeon's just arrived with another load of chippings. This one's a golden leylandi, so that will just get used for pathways and won't get put into the beds, because leylandi is not good in beds. It needs time to really properly break down before it's anywhere near our food, because it's not clever stuff until it's sat around for several years. If you're in my Facebook group, you all know that yesterday I had a bit of problem with some jam making. My jam wouldn't set, so this is a strawberry jam. Anyway, I've solved it today, and the answer was I actually hadn't put quite enough sugar into the mixture, so today I started making a little bit more, put extra sugar into that one, emptied the jars out of the jam that wouldn't set into that, reboiled it, and now I have her set jam. So that's not a mistake I'm going to make again. I don't know I'm going to be making any more jam this year. We've got probably about 15 pounds of jam, and that's more than enough, not only for us, but to be able to gift some to people as well. If you're on Facebook, please do join my group. It's just another way of interacting and sharing your garden, your stories, your videos. So I'm going to leave a link to the group in the information section below. It would be lovely if you'd like to join. Oh, and while I'm talking all things practical, I just want to say thank you to Melissa. Melissa became one of my patrons this week on Patreon, and if you're interested in becoming a patron, there's a link below to my Patreon page where there's more information about it, so you can find out about what it is. And you can see a couple of examples of the sort of thing that I share with my patrons. Do feel free to go and have a look if it's something you're interested in. Thank you. If it's not something you can do at this time, thank you for looking. So back to the garden and getting it tidied and sorted. So yesterday I got my beans out. So these are the bush beans, the dwarf beans. And there were two varieties. One is the Prince, which is a green bean and has just the most fantastic flavour. And there's also a yellow bean called Polka. I don't know why it's called Polka, it hasn't got any dots on it, but anyway, it's a very nice yellow bean, and I'm just growing some of that so that we have the colour contrast with the dark green of the Prince. Well, I'm going to carry on doing stuff in the garden. There's lots of watering to do. I need to feed the plants that are in the beds. They've got a lot of wood chip in them, because obviously they're not getting their nutrition via the wood chips. So they need feeding, and I'm just going to crack on. So I'm going to carry on with those jobs, but I thought it was about time I introduced you to our turkeys, who are now a week old, and they're just as cute as anything. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you'll join me again tomorrow.